Yo, what's up? Got John Sanders here again, and I am coming along with all the stuff that I want to do for my program out here in Colorado. But I want to know how you guys are doing. So let me know in the comment section where you guys are at in your workouts. If you guys are playing games yet, if you guys are practicing on your own, if you guys are doing certain challenges, let me know. I know Finn Kaufman says he's doing the 5 perfect weeks. He says he's on week 3. And then we have Blake Bastani, who's finishing up with his workout as well. What's up, Finn Kaufman? And I have been doing this. I've been making an entire schedule for my upcoming workouts. There's actually only 10 workouts or 10 workout days. Each day has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 8 hours. I'm spending 2 of the hours on private sessions, the beginning hour and the end hour. So then, if no one books the private sessions, then I have a shorter day. If people book them, then I have more money. So it works out either way. The workouts are going to cost $25 each, but I'm thinking of a way to give people one free workout as well. So because you have to have things that have value no matter what. I want to just make them free, but it's not how people work. It's a crazy thing. They would rather pay $25 to think that they're getting something than to have something free and think that it's trash. People are weird. But when I do this, I put together the best workouts. And not in terms of like what's going to make someone the best, but it's in terms of which ones that you might find the best, or ones that like a parent passing by would find awesome. So it's the workouts that look the best, and the workouts that like feel the best as a player. And frankly, these are very fun for me too. So the workouts that I chose are pick and roll series stuff. Because if I'm showing the pick and roll stuff, it looks dope because there's like 12 different options. Parents are like, whoa, this is blowing my mind. This guy knows what he's talking about. And then I have peekaboo series where you're going to curl, fake curl, or come straight off the screen. Then I have back down series because, again, the series of things allows someone to understand that you are like in control of the entire thing and that like you're very organized. And kids should understand that no matter what you do, there's a counter to whatever the defense might do in return. Then we have the Kobe post move because that just looks dope. Poly series, Euro steps, all the Euro steps. And I'll be doing these once an hour. As I'm done with those, so that we're not doing the entire hour, I'll be doing the like the follow through or push-ups one because I like the concept of that. The Curry thing, athletic finish, fake reverse, ball drop, 2-ball catch, and I'm doing a lot more stuff like the Kyrie Irving show with this like video because I have this huge screen TV that like rolls out onto the court now, so I get to show that off by showing the Kyrie move and have people copy off them. Do wall taps. It looks cool. It does look cool. I'm adding ball handling for one of the things. So I think that ball handling day might just be like covering everything. All right. So that's all that I have. And then I'm using the Vertimax. I'm gonna get it tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to play with it. But I put together all the drills that I want, and there's basically 10 different drills that I kind of came up with, but from like watching, and it's like the one where he like. What is it like? Turn to the side, turn straight, jump up and down, and then go dribble, cross, and then do it. You do it again the opposite way, and it just looks really cool. But you're getting a great workout because you have the Vertimax on. I'm also doing the thrust thing because I saw Paul George in the video doing it. Box jumps with that thing, step up, side jumps off one leg, slide to sprint. You slide, then you turn and sprint, then repeat. Ball drop for that one. And then you have them go either like right or left, and they have to explode with the Vertimax pulling them back. Again, I put all these videos together into our own video. That video was not professionally made; it was just made by me. But I guess I'm a professional, so it was kind of professionally made. So if you see it, it's on our site. And yeah, so I'm switching between that. And then lastly, as conditioning for each day, it'll either be like 2 of these things at a time, either the inertia rope, the jump rope, dowel jumps because no one does that. The wrist roller because I haven't seen that either. Divine drill because it's hard as hell. The ladder. I have new ladders that like kind of fold out weird and they go to like hurdles too if you need them. The sandbags that I'm using for those balls now. The Nash drill just to kill people. Doing the baseline playlist because it includes music and it's very unique. And then the last one is 2-ball dribbling. So it's a mesh of all that stuff. It's all this stuff, but yeah, that's what I have planned. All right, and it's only on Saturdays for this month, then Saturday and Sunday for next month, and then hopefully I have enough players by then. We'll see. I have no clue how it's going to go, but I do have like a ton of cards to pass out as well. So I mean, I'm going to be like going nuts. And I got 2 big sandwich boards to put out with all my stuff on it, which come next week as well. So I'm gonna swing for the fences and hope that you guys do too in your workout. So let's get on with this with today's show. I got some semi bad news. One of my coaches that I wanted, the shooting coach, he's backing out. He was super excited, but he just graduated college and he says he wants to have some fun before he goes into adulthood. I thought that this was fun, but he did quit halfway through his last senior season in college. So I think maybe he's just kind of burnt out of basketball right now or something. I have no idea, but he's a good shooter. But seriously though, no offense to him, but as they say, as I've heard, shooters are a dime a dozen. They say like, shooting is amazing. Shooting is great. And anyone can become a shooter. But because of that, a lot of people can shoot. And there's room on the team for a shooter all the time because, shooters can make baskets. That's what you need. But to just be able to shoot, you need to do a lot more in a game. So I think I'll be able to find someone else who's just obsessed with shooting. So I'll find them. We'll see. It happens. Anyways, quote, "You are your choice." All right. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you are your choice. I think that should be choices, but every single choice. So you are your choices. It's what you choose to do in life that counts. All right. And that defines you. Every single choice that you make defines you. Don't get too caught up in that because sitting there being scared of the choices that you're about to make and not doing anything, that's a choice to be complacent. All right. So it's a choice to be like, I don't know what I want to do and be indecisive. All right. Then you do nothing. I got this app from my mom because I'm living at home now because, it's cheaper and I just moved back here. But I'm quickly annoyed with like, she keeps asking what we want for dinner every single night. And she's annoyed. And like, we're just like, get anything. Oh my God. But she's so annoyed. So I got her this thing real quick. I got her this thing that makes decisions for you. And it says like either fast food or takeout or home cooking. And if you choose like home cooking or something like that, you press it. And then it chooses for you. There you go. So now we have to have steak, just like that, and she loves it. And like so, like now it's like been like unique stuff. And sometimes she doesn't even get the thing that pops up. It just tells her which one that she really really wants by seeing one pop up and going, no, I don't want that. Then what do I want? And some people just need to have decisions made for them. But it reminded me of myself. I'm pretty good at making decisions now because I think whichever way that I go, it's going to be the right way. But in high school, the way that I chose my college is I basically did that. I had my top 10 schools I allowed to like call me, and that was like with like Kansas, Texas Tech, a whole bunch of other people. USC was in there, and then I visited I think 3 schools, and then those were the 3 schools that I chose from. And the night before I was supposed to make my choice, I put all 3 names in a hat. And then I pulled out the name, and then I thought about it. I was like, what if this is Texas Tech? What if this is St. Louis? And what if this is Colorado State? And I made myself think about it. And that was how I chose Colorado State. And then I opened it, and it said St. Louis. But I didn't go to St. Louis. I chose Colorado State. Obviously, I should have put in St. Mary's, but I didn't know about that at the time. So yeah. So just making decisions and knowing that whichever one that you make is going to be the best choice, but at the same time, realize that you are your choices. So if you choose to get into a fight, that's who you are. If you choose to do drugs, that's who you are. If you choose to shoot 1,000 shots a day, that's who you are. So be the best you that you can possibly be. Elementary school. You guys have free throws, 10 in a row in under 5 minutes, 15-second sprints times 4, pounds drives and pull-ups, box jumps, and split jumps to shots. Like the pounds drives and pull-ups one, because again, I'm adding the vertical max machine. I'm pretty excited about it, but you can like add like like whatever, like so you could put the thing like around your wrist, around your ankles, around your waist, and then you could just like do like a quick push, right? And for this, for the pounds, drives, and pull-ups, this is the drill where we dribble with the right or left hand, and then we explode forward without taking a negative step. You just pound the ball on the ground, all right? And then your next time you shoot a pull-up jumper. Then the last time you go in for a layup. And imagine if you had the Vertimax machine where it's pulling you both ways the entire time. It would increase your push-off ability, not just your vertical ability, but your push-off ability. Did you get the $5,000 one or the other one? Mine cost like $4,000 something. So I didn't get the new one because the new one was no different. The only difference in the new one was that it went further out. Like you could go like 100 feet instead of like 40 feet. I'm not going to be going 100 feet. I think it's for like football players and stuff like that. So there was like literally no other difference besides like an extra couple of thousand. I was like, yeah, peace. I don't need a longer string. I could pick the thing up and run after them if I had to. All right. But, and then after that, we have our free throws, placement, routine, mechanics, and mentality. All right. Because I saw, I do not watch college basketball. All right. But I did watch a game last night because my cousin came over and he wanted to watch the game. So I started watching the UCLA game. It came down to the wire. Michigan barely lost. But the guy who has the coolest name in the world, like it was like Johnny Jenko or something like that. Really, really cool name on UCLA. He gets fouled with like 3 seconds left or 5 seconds left or whatever it may be. And he goes to the line and I'm like, why'd you foul this guy? Because he's a 92% free throw shooter. And he went up there, he's just chewing his gum, shot his shot, knocked it down. Then they called a timeout to ice him. You know, that stuff doesn't work. It totally worked. They got him to miss one. Then they came down and I was like, yo, we're down by 2. I'm going for the win. All right. A lot of people want to go to the basket, but yo, like going to the basket is cool. But like you need to like judge that based on the way that the game's going or based on the way that the referees have been all year long. And lately, referees, if you drive to the basket, they hate calling fouls at the end of games because if they get it wrong, the entire game is on them. And so many people say, yo, ref, don't decide the game like that. And it's stupid because a foul's a foul, right? You go to the basket, hey, they airballed a 3 right before you, but they don't call fouls at the end of games. And if you watched the Baylor women's game, she got hacked, and they didn't call that. There's a saying that refs swallow their whistles at the end of games. All right. So, like, I remember, like, when I just finished playing overseas and I played in an adult league, I was trying to, like, beat this guy that I played against, and I did a crossover. Boom, I got him. He just slaps my arm, and the ball goes away. I remember being strong enough to go through those slaps before, but this time I wasn't because I was just like, I don't know, older. And he stole the ball, and that was the end of the game. And I was like, I guess that's the game. So if you go to the basket, you better go to score, not to get fouled. Just know that, like, hey, if you're like Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and you're that strong, like you're a truck, go ahead because you're not going to get the foul. All right. They're just not going to call a last second shot. Like how many times has there been like a foul called with 0 seconds on the clock and they shoot free throws to win the game? It's a very, very rare thing. How many times do they drive and argue that they got fouled at the end of the games? A lot. So I think refs are just very, very like pressured to not call fouls at the end of the game. So I would pull up or I would kick out to a shooter. All right. And I would try to shoot early enough to get the offensive rebound, which they had. And he should have made that shot too. So anyway, they had 3 shots on it, just not a chance to win. But when you shoot free throws, your placement of your fingers, all right, spread your fingers, place the ball in your hand correctly each and every single time. When you dribble, make sure that the ball's placed well. All right, your routine. Come up with a routine that you never change. I just saw a video of Harold Miner's routine. It was the craziest routine ever. All right. Jeff Hornacek had one where he went like this and rubbed his face to say hi to his kids. All right. So other people had some weird ones like, who was it? Anthony Mason. He shot with one hand because he was such a bad shooter. Shaq decided to airball them all. I don't know why. But Harold Miner, he would go behind his back like 4 times, between his leg, around his head, kiss the ball, and then shoot it every single time. Rip Hamilton was another one. He would go like this, spin it, and then sidestep or like side dribble, or it was like weird. Anyways, Lakers Kings series like 20 years ago had a lot of last second fouls. Oh, that's probably why they don't do it. Yeah, you don't want to decide the game. Yeah, it's a weird thing, but just understand that. So what I do since I'm not really a shooter, I mean, I'll shoot last second shots and try to win the games, and I've done that. But if I do go to the basket with like 3 seconds to go, I'm looking to hit them to box out and trying to throw it off the backboard to myself or just try to throw off the rim. And I'm trying to go really, really hard to score, but I'm not looking for a foul. I'm not looking to be bailed out because you just can't do that. Anyways, moving on. 10 to run under 5 minutes. That's a good goal. If you make a lot, you can make our skills page as well. Moving on to middle school, we have fake behind the back, 3 decision drill, Reddick chase drill, ankle breaker crossover, penetrate and field drill, sprint, dribble, cone touch. I like the ankle breaker crossover because reminded me of 7th grade, Anthony. I don't know his last name, some Asian kid. He came to school and was like, yo, you want to see a crossover? I was like, hell yeah, I do. And then he showed me Tim Hardaway's crossover, and we would like work on it. He worked on it a lot, but like he would bring it out and like freaking like pickup ball too. It was when I was in North Hollywood. So there's this big, huge outdoor thing with like, I don't know, like 20 baskets or something like that. I remember like Shaq was seen outside playing on one of them one time, and it's fairly popular. It's at Milliken Junior High. It's this huge thing, but we used to always play basketball at lunchtime or whatever, and he would show us the crossover drill. All right, it was just like boom. And I don't quite remember, but it was like you go between your legs like this, and then you go boom, boom. But like Tim Hardaway had the crossover, and it was called the killer crossover. And this was before you could carry on your crossovers, before Allen Iverson. So this is like a legit crossover. If you want to look it up, that's a great crossover to do. Tim Hardaway's killer crossover. Tim Hardaway. He was breaking ankles before people knew what breaking ankles was. Anyways, the other crossover guy was Allen Iverson and like Jason Williams. That's when it got a little bit more flamboyant. I don't like that kind of stuff. But again, Tim Hardaway is the best crossover guy that you'll ever see, probably beside who's the new guy? I can't think of names now. Jamal Crawford. There you go. He's a crossover king. So there's that. Moving on to high school, we have 101 hurdles for losers, King's drill, chair duo, extended monoginobili layup, athletic finish, ladder to sidestep series. I do have the athletic finish in there because that is a pretty fancy move. I was thinking about doing King's drill, but that's a little too much, and I may only have one kid. I mean, all this that I had to like organize, I may only have one kid, but I might have 20. I think I might max it out at like 10 because I'm not sure what the safety protocols are. But since the vaccinations have happened, I can just act like every kid has been vaccinated. I have no idea. Oh, wait, kids aren't supposed to be vaccinated yet, so obviously they haven't been. But yeah, so I'm not sure about that. I might get vaccinated soon because I think that they're lowering the age, and I'm still fairly young. So I think on Friday I'm allowed to. Who knows? I don't see anyone growing 2 arms or anything like that, so I think I'm good to go. We'll see. So if you don't see me next Monday, just know I got vaccinated. All right. Anyways, I'm dead. That's what I'm saying. All right. Moving on to the chair duo, dribbling the ball, and then someone strikes at it, and then you go between your legs behind your back. That's just reaction time. That's just being as fast as you possibly can be and reading them while you're not really staring at them, but you're trying to react as fast as you can. It reminds me of some kind of like Jedi stuff, like Jedi training. Like right when my hand moves, you move, and you just like work on your reaction speed all the time. We talked a lot about point guards, and I have a trivia question today. This says 2 people, so I don't know if the other person's being shy or whatever, but again, this is one of our last weeks of just going over random trivia stuff before we head back to our history of hoops section, which you can find under the curriculum section and challenges, or you can find on Limitless Hoops and click on challenges. Also, you can look on Limitless Hoops and click on league. I just said my entire league idea, where it's a perpetual league year round. Where you have games every single weekend that the coach can go in there and say, I want to be scheduled for the entire year. I want to take off these months. I want to take off whatever. I want to be scheduled at nighttime, afternoon, daytime, or whatever. And you also know your You also know your opponent 5 weeks early, and then if you win or lose, it changes your opponent, and you can even change outside of your grade. So if you lose a lot, you can play against a lower graded team, or you win a lot, you play against a higher graded team. And I just presented that idea to my parents that run their league, and I said it to like everyone that works for us, like 6 people in the little meeting, and they like loved it. We might try to enact it by 2023, so like not for a while, but I'm pretty excited about that because they liked it. They put out like flaws, but they were like, no, we can work with it. And like because everyone buys credits, basically you become like a bank because people will buy credits in advance because you get cheaper games for the more credits that you buy. It's this big, huge system based on algorithms. And you can even like look at games on the website that will be like the best teams, the 2 highest rated teams who are playing each other, are the 2 closest teams in rating playing each other, are the teams with the 2 hottest win streaks playing each other, or whatever it may be. So you get to see those games on the main page. And it's a very cool idea. You can see all about it on the Limitless Hoops page and under the leagues setting. And yeah, I put a lot of work into it, but I need that to happen if I'm going to make my program happen. I also want a tournament every single month. So I'm going to try to change those 2 things in my parents' league so I can like make a great year-round experience. So if you guys want to move to Colorado, if you're out there, come on in. Anyways, the trivia question for today is a point guard question, okay? So who is it? It is, there we go. Chris Paul just passed 1,000 assists. All right, Chris Paul just passed 1,000 assists, and he joins the likes of John Stockton, who has 15,806. I don't know why someone doesn't just stop on like a perfect number. That's what I would do and just quit on the spot. No. Jason Kidd has 12,091. Steve Nash has 10,335. Mark Jackson has 10,334. I think Steve Nash stopped 1 ahead of Mark Jackson on purpose. And then Magic Johnson has 10,141. Magic Johnson was the first one to break 10,000. Chris Paul is the latest one. There are 6 people breaking 10,000. That is the top 6 people ever. The 8th person is LeBron James. He's at 9,669. Then we have Isaiah Thomas, then Gary Payton. That's the 10 like best point guards of all time, including LeBron James, since he plays every position. But I skipped one. And this guy, at the end of his career, never hit 10,000. He's the guy right below 10,000. And I'm going to give you every other name on this 25 list, and you have to guess who of all the point guards. You should not have to Google this. Think about it. Of all the point guards, I'm going to name some like people like Derek Harper, Kevin Johnson, like not even like amazing point guards on this list. Of all the point guards, who's the one guy that I'm missing? All right. There's Derek Harper, 25. Kevin Johnson, Muggsy Bogues, Darren Williams, Guy Rogers. And those guys are not top level point guards. Then we get to some better ones like Bob Cousy, Tony Parker, Tim Hardaway, who I mentioned earlier, Terry Porter, Lenny Wilkins, Rajon Rondo, Maurice Cheeks, Russell Westbrook is on the list, Rod Strickland, Andre Miller, Gary Payton, Isaiah Thomas, and LeBron James. I'm missing a point guard who is right below 10,000. Who is that guy? And again, the ones above him are Chris Paul, Magic Johnson, Mark Jackson, Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, and John Stockton. If once you hear this guy's name, you're going to be like, oh my God, he's one of the greatest players of all time. He is on this list. He did not hit 10,000. He missed it by 113 assists. All right. And nope. Isaiah Thomas, I've already mentioned him. Isaiah Thomas was 9th with 9,661. So again, a great point guard, and he missed it. I'll give you a hint. Oh, there you go. Oscar Robertson. Good job. My hint was going to be he got a lot of assists and a lot of stats. This guy's a triple-double king, just like Russell Westbrook, who is now the leading triple-double king in the history of the Wizards. He's only played 35 games for them. That's crazy. But yeah, the big O. How did you guess it, Finn? Yeah, Oscar Robertson, one of the greatest point guards of all time, and he's definitely on this list, and he missed it by just a little bit, 10,000, but, it's just arbitrary numbers. Moving on. We got the high school stuff. Let's see. I thought of stat patterns. Exactly. That was exactly what I was thinking. Who got stats in their time? He was definitely one of the main ones, stat patters. I was a stat patter. All right. People would get on me, but like really, like I was always trying to hit people for shots so that they wouldn't foul me, and I would throw the ball up. Because of that, I missed a lot of layups, but I was right there in position to make it because I cared more about like just putting the ball in the basket after a while, right? And I got a lot of offensive rebounds like that, and people were like, "You're a stat patter." It's a good thing sometimes. I also loved assist, and I would kind of overpass. Like if there was someone kind of open, but I knew he wasn't going to shoot, I'd pass to the person who was a little bit less open, and then I would pass it to him because I knew that he would shoot. What else would I do? That's about it for the stat pattern. But yeah, I love my stats now because when you when you stat, people give you better chances. And I just saw that as a great way to get in the games. All right, so motivational story of the day. There's candy and there's steak. All right, and there's a difference between getting what you want and getting the results you want. All right, candy might taste good, but eating too much can lead to many health issues. All right, and once you learn to eat your steak and vegetables as wildly excited as little kids eat their candy, then you're truly destined for greatness. All right, so don't get fooled by the candy. Don't get fooled by the practices that are just like fun, 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 fun. Don't get fooled by the tournaments that are just fun, fun, fun. No. All right. If it's not a grind, it's not worth your time. All right. And if you don't love the grind, then you're just missing out. All right. So you remember this story. Yes, it's even in the book. And speaking of books, I ordered a whole bunch of books and I'm already here. Let's see this thing. Let's see this. I got a whole bookshelf full of the books. Crazy and insane crazy. But so that is what I'm about to do. So yeah, there's candy and there's steak. Make sure that you guys are eating well. Blake said steak was better than candy. He did say that. I remember that exact day. That's pretty good. All right. This is the last day to watch your movie. I'll go over them just real fast. They got Cars, The Babe, Cool Runnings, Breaking Away, Blue Chips, Eddie, Cinderella Man, Gridiron Gang, Draft Day, The Damn United, The Color of Money, and Any Given Sunday. All right. Tomorrow will be new movies. Make sure that you watch yours for your grade. This month, Finn watched his Gridiron Gang. Great job with that, man. All the same grade level. Oh no, those are all different grade levels. I'm trying to keep 5 books in stock all the time. It just costs so much money. And then I'm trying to keep 10 of those small books because right when people join, they get a small book. Anyone that joins right now, however, they won't. And basically, if they want to join the workouts, they either pay $25 a workout plus one free workout, or they have to become a member. And if they become a member, they get to pay less early. And like right now, if they paid $900, they would get the next 16 months for free if they're just to become a member. But then like I think at the end of this month, it becomes $1050. Then it becomes like $1,200, then like $1,350, then $5,000, then $1,500, right? And it's going to go up, but it's going to go up gradually every single day by like, I don't know, like $10 a day or something like that. And so it'll rush them to register early, and that'll count for the first year. Then after that year, then all the prices bump up, and then I'll have a program. So that's my trick. And if anyone who's signs up to become a member obviously gets these practice trial period stuff where we're just going Saturday and Sunday. So it's not the full thing yet. All right. So, but on August 1st, I'm going to do tryouts. So hopefully I have a full member base, but maybe this can like make it explode even more. And then after those tryouts, as they join, now they get their jersey and everything like that. Cause then we'll hopefully be playing games by then, and they'll get their jerseys, but they get one of those small books just as an intro fee. They won't get it every single year. Just when they first sign up, you'll get the small book of your grade, and then you get a coin. So with the coin, you can buy other stuff. With 3 coins, you can buy the bigger book, et cetera, et cetera. It's a lot of stuff. I also have email sending out to the people, so the parents can give me their email, the other parents' email, and the kids' email too. And those 3 emails are emailed like the day of. 3 days later, 7 days later, 15 days later, and a month later, or something like that. But it'll explain a different part of the program to each of them so that they're all kind of like aware of stuff that we do. So one, it'll explain like the fact that we have challenges. One, it'll explain that we have clinics, the money thing, or like the booking system or whatever. So hopefully I can do things a lot better than I had them in California. We'll see. Anyways, I'll see you guys soon. Make sure that you guys are still working hard. Don't forget that the quote of the day is, you are your choice. So like every single choice that you make, you are that. That is who you are. All right. So make sure to make the greatest choices possible. All right, you guys. Anyways, keep working. I'll keep watching the homework section as well. And Friday, that's tomorrow, I'm going to build my PC. So after Friday's session, maybe even before, I might have it done before. This show might be a lot different tomorrow. I don't know how fast I can get everything wrapped up though. We'll see. Anyways, talk to you guys later. Peace.